Okay. And Bennison, had you ever seen it before?
So, I'm glad we picked this film because I had seen like the very famous third act of the movie on TV in high school. Yeah. And of course, like if you've never seen the movie, like most people would probably know the famous exchange between Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson in the courtroom and everything. So of course I knew about that. This was a pleasant like experience for me because I had kind of an excuse to go out and find this movie, watch it and experience it, because actually like you, Zach, I'm a really big fan of Tom Cruise, the actor. I should just add an asterisk there. Tom Cruise, the actor, even like his modern day projects.
Yes, Tom Cruise, the actor.
Mm-hmm. Just thought I would like throw that out there, but it was a great experience to to watch it, and especially interesting to watch it as someone who's just finished articling, looking for my next gig, and kind of think time about how I interact with clients. I found in this movie some interesting, undercurrent.
Yeah, for sure. So I think I fall somewhere in the middle, I guess, with experience with this movie. So again, like this movie is like catnip for boomer moms. So every time this was on TV, like from my birth until present, my mom will watch it. But I don't think I'd ever sat down and watched the whole thing from start to finish ever. So like it's like Field of Dreams, which is the same for me in my house. It's like I've seen all of it in pieces at some point, but I don't think I'd ever seen like the whole thing. Also, obviously, we're going to be spoiling the crap out of this movie, but considering like neither Zach or Bennison was even alive when it was released, I think we're fine in terms of spoilers.
The statute of limitations has long since expired on spoilers.
I was going to say,
for A Few Good Men.
Since I am the only person who was breathing when this came out in the theater, so it's a 1992 Rob Reiner movie, which I didn't actually know. Like I associate Rob Reiner with honestly like A League of Their Own and like The Princess Bride. That's usually where my mind goes. I knew Rob Reiner directed serious movies, but I didn't think he directed this one. So that was a big shocker for me. And it's from 1992. And this movie is like chocked full of famous people. It's like Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, Kevin Pollak, Kiefer Sutherland, Jack Nicholson, Kevin Bacon, Noah Wyle from ER is in this too. What's his face, who's on The West Wing, is also in this too. It's like full. It's full of people. And it's also written by Aaron Sorkin. Yes. Oh yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it too. You don't know, you're right, Benson. And yeah, it's an Aaron Sorkin script, which I have in my notes here. I can tell this is an Aaron Sorkin production because there's entirely too much talking. Which I think, so this was written as a play first, right? So like it's a play that was adapted into a movie. And I found that there were lots of points in the movie where like, I'm like, this is a play. Like, I think this works better as a play because like it's too long as a movie, but we can get into that. So Zach, why don't you give us, cause you're the most familiar, why don't you give us like the basic broad strokes plot rundown?
Okay. I love this movie, and you're right. As a quick aside, you can definitely tell that it's a play that's been adapted for a movie, and it's actually not bad. They kind of do the 3-act structure pretty well. But so basically we have Tom Cruise is our main character, and there's some ridiculousness in here, but he's been out of law school for about 12 months, and he's been working for 9 months in the Judge Advocate General, or JAG Corps, for the Department of the U.S. Navy. And he's effectively like a defense counsel within the Navy. So just so everyone can kind of wrap their head around it if they're not sure, basically if you get charged with a crime in the military, the government will appoint you a defense counsel and a prosecutor, all within the structure of the military. So long story short, the movie opens, there are 2 Marines, they're about to do something violent to another Marine at Guantanamo Bay. Turns out that one Marine ended up dying. He asphyxiated, and then his body was poisoned and he died. And the movie basically follows the path of like the investigation of this murder all the way to the trial at the very end. And we kind of have our different characters playing, and it's got, there's the whole legal element, and then there's like a political element that kind of like goes in it as well, as kind of like a broader strokes discussion about it. But that's basically the short of the movie. And questions come up like, why did they appoint the most junior member of the JAG Corps to do defend a murder trial? Like, I'm like,
I can't.